How are you all doing, folks, and welcome back to the channel. A rainy one today, and as the title says, it's the big test. One, because I've got a couple of decent trips coming up as well. I've got a big adventure at the end of August that I'm really looking forward to, and I want to test all the equipment and gear that I've got. I've not got all the gear on that I'm going to use while I'm away, especially on the I'll tell you what it is. I've got Elan Valley Wales trip coming up soon, and at the end of August I've got the Hebrides. We're going to cross the islands, bit of wild camping on the bike, so that's going to be pretty epic. So today was an ideal opportunity. I'm steaming up to test some of the equipment and the new equipment I've got fitted to the bike. As you can see in front, I've got the front and rear view cameras fitted to the bike with the new GPS unit. So I know for some of you who watch the channel regularly, you probably see me fit the CarPro unit, which is another fantastic unit with maps. But I was really interested when Linky sent me this to test because of the camera capability, and also I will say that CarPro do actually do something similar, but unless they send me one of those, that's one I've not tested yet, obviously. So today, for this purposes, we're testing the MT2 and the equipment in the rain. In typical ALCHEMOTO fashion, it is the gloomiest day, and what the fook has happened to British summertime, because we've had about 2 or 3 days, and I'm wearing lined textile gear. I'm wearing my winter gear basically today, and it is actually pretty chilly. 51 degrees showing on the Pan Am's temperature gauge. So yep, you can see there's nothing glorious about today's weather at all. We've got the doom clouds ahead in all directions, and I am not going to stay dry. I've already had a soaking, and to be fair, as much as these textiles have held up in the past, they are letting a little bit of damp through today because the weather is such atrocious. So we'll see. But I've got the camera recording at the moment on a 5-minute loop. Because it's a dash cam, you can set the camera to the time you want as well. So I've just sort of getting used to the controls at the moment, which you can mount here on the bar. I've just got them mounted there. It's still easy to press, because I feel if I had them on the grip I would be touching them all the time. Look at the fog and mist on here. That is absolutely crap. But you know, I actually do enjoy riding in this weather as long as I'm warm and dry. And I've not got the heated gear on today. It's not quite cold enough for that. That'll come into fruition again closer towards the end of the year, and I did really need that with some of the conditions that I rode in. But this is absolutely terrible. But I'll tell you one thing I do need in this sort of weather, if anyone's watching that does lighting equipment, is that I need a decent pair of auxiliary lights fitting to this Pan Am. So if there's any companies out there watching this, please do hit me up and send me a pair. So I'm absolutely getting hammered by the rain now. It is bouncing, as you can probably tell, and surprisingly enough the cameras are holding up quite well. There's a little bit of water on the rear lens. Front one's clearing itself pretty well. I do expect that anyway, so no problems there. But the main thing is they are staying on. But the good thing about this unit, it is touchscreen as well. If you've got touchscreen gloves on, you can touch and it brings up the menu there. But this is the reason why I've got the home button down here, because I can flick that back to maps if I want. The only thing I found with Android Auto or CarPlay units is, well, it's Google Maps to be fair, is the search thing on here, which is annoying if you're riding. I don't want that to come up. I'm sure there's a way to turn that off in settings. We'll have a look. But you can flick the home screen again and switch to a main view there, just with a small rear view screen in the middle as well, which is quite handy. This is clearing off the screen all right now. I don't know what my audio is going to be like because it's got a piss wet soaking, and what happens is it tends to just disappear without me knowing about it, so I do apologise if there's a little bit of clicking and popping on the audio today. But it's only going to be a short ride. We're just going to go over Home Moss, take a right over there, my usual route. The main thing was just to test this equipment out, so, and myself get out, because I should have been on a sports to sickness ride to Scarborough today on the 48, but because of the weather the ride was called off, hence why it just gave me an opportunity to get piss wet through as usual, because I know you guys are used to seeing that. Everyone has their little favourite places of stopping just for the views, and sometimes this one is a great place as well. There's a little farm down there, but just nice to stop and admire what you've got here in the UK. But at the moment I only seem to be recording the doom clouds of death, don't I? Well, the good news is which way the clouds blown, because I've got a little bit of blue sky behind me, so let's just hope that follows me. I'll tell you what, my fingers are actually cold. I've got the bobhead gloves on today, the bomber gloves. I absolutely love these gloves, but I think I should have put the waterproof gloves on. I might have to stick the heated grips on just to dry the palms out. So it just shows you what a few minutes makes with the weather. So I just hope that bit of blue sky is just going to follow me down here, but makes riding a little bit better for me, because I was struggling to see out my visor before. I think the problem with the Shoei is because I've got the GoPro where it is, it does block the chin vent a bit, but there's no other better way to do it, and most vloggers, you'll know, do put their cameras right smack in the middle of the visor there at the bottom. So unless there's an easier way, I just don't think the vents are enough in many helmets at all. Which is why I do prefer riding the bobbed with the bobhead B1 lid, sometimes with shades or just the goggles on sometimes, because you've got a lot of fresh air. It's just easy to shake off the rain. I don't really get a lot of problems or steaming up with that at all. It's just the audio's not as good as on the 48, and when it's pissing down you do get a little wet on the cheek, but that's part and parcel of it. Your typical little narrow roads around here. Here we go.
No, we might be back in Europe next week.
You know what, that might actually be a good thing. Looking at the state of what happened without.
What coffee did you say, sorry?
Just a standard normal coffee.
Yeah.
God, I don't even know what these are. What's these things?
That is, yeah, caramelised onion sausage roll, or there's a sweet chilli sausage roll.
Oh, do you know something? Let's have one of each.
One of each?
No breakfast this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, we're forgetting the cake, aren't we, as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a bummer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, be one of these.
Millionaires.
Yeah. I'd be disappointed if I forgot that, wouldn't I? I'd ride off and go, I didn't have my cake.
You have to turn around and come back.
Brilliant. Cheers, thank you.
See you later.
See you later.
Hello. I need a boat. You need a boat. What about one of my
Service with a smile. Can't beat it, can you? you never can tell with the British weather, can you? 1 minute the sun's shining and the next minute the doom clouds of death behind me. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but if I go home now that way, I'm going to get an absolute soaking. So I think I'll just hang fire another 5-10 minutes before I get on my journey home. But brilliant little ride today, just to get out. Like I said, I couldn't go on a long ride to Scarborough with the sickness because we cancelled that due to the weather. But with the Pan being an every weather bike, I don't mind. And like I said, I actually enjoy riding in the rain. So brilliant little circle today. Really enjoyed testing some of the gear out. Things I need to do to the bike is definitely new tyres ready for Scotland at the end of August. New brake pads. I'll give it the 15,000 mile service because it's 2,000 off that now, the Pan Am. And then just get it ready. And like I said, the map system, the Linky for MT2 has been working flawlessly. So I'm sure you guys, by now you'll have seen the footage from the cameras to see whether it is worth using for vlogging purposes as well. Just for that extra camera footage. So I'm interested to see what that's like. But you'll have seen that now on this video. So again, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this little trip. Remember, keep your eyes out on the channel. There's plenty to come now throughout the year and through the winter as usual, because I'm going to do another winter camp this year. But hopefully we'll get the snow this time and get right out in the middle of nowhere. So we've got that to look forward to. Loads of other rides out with the 48 and the Pan Am. We've got the 6-day tour in the Outer Hebrides, and we've got the Elan Valley in Wales very soon. So keep an eye out for that. So if this is your first time watching ALCHEMOTO, please do hit that subscribe button. Please like the video, comment and share if you dare. But until the next time, folks, I'm going to get on the bike, get down that road and get my ass home for a brew. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.